Hi, welcome to DP Pulveriser Industries. Today, here we have on display our air classifier mill. This is an ACM 30 model, and we'll be explaining to you the basic components of the mill and briefing you the working of the mill as well. So here we have the feed hopper, into which we feed the material that is to be ground. Then we have the screw feeder in this case, and we also have a knife gate valve that is used to regulate the flow of the material into the mill. Then we have the main mill here. Then we have the motor that drives the main rotor of the mill, which is used to grind the material. And from this side we can see the motor that is used to drive the classifier wheel, which is used to size the particles in the mill. Now we will take a look at the internal components of the mill. In the meantime, you can see how easy it is to access the chamber. We just open up the knobs here on the top, and then you can see that we have provided a gearbox here. So a single person can easily lift up the cover with the help of this gearbox. Thereby gaining access to the internal components of the mill. So now we'll have a look at the internal components. Firstly, here we have the classifier wheel that is used to classify the product. Then over here you can see that we have the hammer, and this is the serrated liner. This is the baffle ring, and that pretty much sums up all the components of the mill. Now I will explain to you the working of the machine. So the material is fed again through this hopper. It enters the machine through this screw feeder here. The material comes onto the rotor plate here in contact with the hammer and the liner here. So the material is struck by the hammer and then collides with the serrated liner. So this moves at a very high speed, and that's how the grinding action takes place. Then we have the classifier wheel here, which also rotates at a high speed, and this speed can be controlled with the help of an VFD. So depending on the fineness required, we can set the speed of the classifier. Once the product is finely ground, it then passes through this classifier to the cyclone. So here on display we only have the mill, but there are some more components to the mill. So this is what a typical system looks like. We also have a cyclone, a dust collector, and a blower. So after the product is ground, it goes into the cyclonic separator, and it is just discharged through a rotary valve, which you can see here. The fines then enter the bag house. So this is how a typical system operates. I will also like to brief you about some of the safety features of this machine. So we have provided guards here so that there is no access to the belts and the pulley that move at a high speed. Then we have also provided a mechanical safety interlock here. So you can see this is the probe that goes into the safety interlock, which ensures that the machine cannot be started in a closed position. So this is more or less how the machine looks and how it operates. Thank you and have a good day.